T ramp and Ragga going for that initial peek, doesn't spot anything. The flashbang's perfect and the double swing's even better. 1-for-1 trades elsewhere. And a nice bit of pressure applied here towards Banana, but the USPs prevail regardless. Launix with one of his own, and as the Glocks continue to push forward, they're taking good ground. The issue is they're losing men in the process. And now as they press on to the site, they continue to fall like flies. A trade is there, but BTN bites back, and it all falls down to HiGHLiGHTS. 1 versus 3, gets a dink, cheeky stuff, swaps it out though, and as soon as that sound cue's heard, Zello's going to swing for an M4. Not a bad trade at all, he'll take that all day long. Launix, he gets dinked as well. And these Glocks, they will eventually walk into the blender as BTN's MP9. Idzuo. He's still got the bomb behind him, but are they not going to check this corner? He does. Didn't seem like it was... But they're playing a really weird setup right now. Oh no, Zello! That was almost comical to watch it from his POV. Launix does a lot of damage, but he drops as well. And that's a real shame. He was in the perfect position, but he was so ready for a flash to come over that he actually turns to play anti-flash as he just gets... He'd have lost the round off the back of it, but... Of course he's not going to peek. BTN might go for it, though. There's a gap around the edge of this smoke, and as it starts to fade, maybe he has an advantage. An advantage is enough. Now they can do a flank of their own from Banana. This is so perfect from Nexus. They just need to make sure they connect the shots. There's the first from Rene. Mackie, in the meantime, doubles up. Rene does the same. Bomb dropped, and they can't retrieve it. A smoke separates them from that valuable C4 that will win them the round. And surely at this point they realize it's over. No, HiGHLiGHTS goes for one last hurrah. HiGHLiGHTS manages to snatch it, but not enough time. Has to fall back to that extra timeout that we're going to use in that scenario. Going into round number 5, aggression towards Banana early. I'm not really sure what they were discussing in that timeout because they seem to just be walking into the firing range one by one. It doesn't make a lot of sense. Massive, massive mistake. Now doesn't have to worry about the wide swing. Flash over the top does confirm that he's there. Nade should take care of him. It's a slam dunk. HiGHLiGHTS gone. And all they have to focus on now is new box. But there's no kit. When he hasn't got one, is his teammate? No, and HiGHLiGHTS takes advantage of it. Plays the time out against it. They're trying to play a fast T side. And whilst they've managed to slip through to A, they've taken a hell of a lot of damage. Ragga takes one through into the round. Nades further do damage on that site. And this retake looks pretty perfect. Zello swings wide, takes 2, make that 3. And that's round over. Mackie, they've got money behind them. Mackie doesn't have that same level of cash as the rest of his teammates. The other side of this smoke. Zello's trying to glaive it. Is he going to realize there's 3 ready for him? No, and oh my goodness, that's unfortunate. A perfect setup, ready for somebody to push that one. And Marten have dealt with it nicely. Could have lost a man there quite easily. The recovery, it's perfect. Ragga does find one back. HiGHLiGHTS there, though. And how on earth has Mackie got out like this with Rene still in pit? In that kind of like Balkan area, I think it's classed as. So far, they're doing a very good job. And Zello, but peaking that late, it's almost certain that you're going to be held in that scenario. And yeah, the late flash as well into Banana. There's lots of mistakes coming through here for Nexus. This has not been a very seamless game for them at all. And there you go, once again, save time, running seconds into the round. Let's fly up B Banana. We know that they play this really loose top B defense. Ragga desperate to try and hold on to his AWP, but he doesn't want to stop taking the fights, and he holds in it. Well, no AWP on Zello. Lacking in utility as a whole, but definitely lacking in offensive utility. There's not a single HE, there's not a single missed as well. Does mean that he can kind of play around it into Boiler Room, use it as a bit of a one-way. It missed, but he plays it perfectly. And Ragga's going to take advantage too, as Holmes torn between... As the flash goes over, he's playing it a bit too wide, but he does manage to slip away. BTN's there on the bait and switch. And HiGHLiGHTS stuck between a rock and a hard place. Bomb out in the open. I'm surprised he even tries to commit to anything there. They have got themselves. Zello, though, needs that support as the peak comes through. He takes the dink, and oh, it's all falling apart. That's what happens when you try and get aggressive into the apartments and you're met by firepower. Spraying away the AK-47 on the site. Good for 2, but it's traded. Launix B-hopping. There was only actually 4, and he's thought that he can just kind of have a leisurely stroll through mid without any content. Real potential, BTN. He can see the legs. His teammates should be calling this. That's a 4x3 moment. With the money behind them, they can go for an AWP, but the AWP needs to hit it. Shots, and Zello's struggling today. Retreating through the molly as well. As the CT smoke comes in, BTN's position made pretty much redundant. Maybe not, as he does some damage through the smoke. Launix takes the kill. They've lost the sight, though. Now they've got needs to find a couple of kills or stay alive and cause a distraction. There's the first. That's going to cause a big ruckus. Now all eyes are on Banana. First man out in the open behind the fountain. Deagle can't connect, and Aduzo doubles down. 2v2. Rene takes the man in the dark corner, but Aduzo's still alive and kicking. There's no kit on either of these players. They need to speed this up, and it's round over. Rene swings alone, knows that he hasn't got the time to work with. And Zello, I have no idea what Zello's doing here. That's it. He dies to the bomb. Round and bomb it to CT. It's those split-second decisions that make all the difference in games like this, and Nexus's decision-making has been completely off. Obviously, just a blitzer around here from Marten. They're not challenged at all. I wasn't sure about them. When that third came through, I was scratching my head thinking, are they really calling their third timeout right now? 10-5, a hell of a half from Marten. And they look to try and press it further. Very interesting play, though. I'm not sure about that one. I know it's kind of an old classic on Inferno to send a couple of players down mid and try and go for that mid banana pincer, but it seems like Nexus have read it like a book. And it's a complete shutdown. Aduzo, 1 versus 4, missing all his shots, does finally hit ahead, but Launix is there to trade. Only pistols to work with now. Mackie, the only man with an upgraded pistol. That's a Desert Eagle for Rene. Ooh. A nice headshot, but Mackie's there to trade it right back. That Deagle being put to decent use so far. Ragger, oh my goodness, that is a mess. That is messy. Could have been a single kill. Instead, he's kind of done 70 damage to 2 different players. Maybe not the outcome he'd hoped. And some crazy headshots here to hold the line. No flash before they peak, though, Nexus. That could be a fatal mistake. Instead, it's only fatal for the one. If you can't, then just fall away, but maybe there's that sight man. There he is. Knows that's the first. Dropped. Knows the second's probably below him. And unfortunately, 10-5 lead at the halfway point. They're going to try and get something done. Now he's on the back foot trying to get back in. As the push comes through, oh, Mackie tries to play the off angle and it goes horribly for him. Gigod swings as well and Ragger executes. For Gigod in pit, I mean, jiggled short for the info. I'm not going to spot it, but if Holmes tries to head back here, that's where he'll be executed. Instead, it's Ragger to do so. But as I say, if he tried to backtrack there, he'd have been dead to Rene regardless. Mackie makes his presence known in bedroom. Rene's going to find that kill all day long, but it's the trading game, and the trades are perfect. Gigod finds one right the other way. And we go back into a 3-on-3. Aduzo now called upon to try and defend this B site. Big opening kill. But he has to fall off of it. Not much more he can do there, and he knows he can't overstay it. Otherwise, the retake won't be viable. So, it's his sweet time. My concern right now is what is the man doing in second mid? They've got all of the information that both of these players are on the site, and he's still shift walking second mid. What's going on? What's going on? Still shift walking bottom banana. Come on. Oh, they needs to be careful now. He's actually stuck behind logs, and there's an incendiary coming his way. He is seriously screwed, and he has to just try and commit to a fight and hope he can take one to the grave with him, which I'm bearing in mind Marten have got effectively a 50-50 success rate. In fact, according to HLTV, like they don't really favour either side. I was a little bit worried when we saw this. He could definitely cause upsets against top sides. I've seen it in the past. Obviously, as I say, this illusion that A, there's more players towards B than there actually are. It's only Aduzo. And B, they can continue to keep that banana control. Aduzo pops one through the smoke. That's his indication that they are trying to head back towards B, and he'll get the hell out of there. Another kill from Holmes elsewhere. Rene bites one back. And right now, Marten are a little bit confused. They've been given mixed messages, and Rene's still pressuring onto A. This fake has become more than a fake. It's become huge damage, and Aduzo needs to hold the line. Unfortunately for him, he's dropped by Zello. 2v2. That could be a major difference maker. He's not watching banana though. BTN, hello? Anyone home? What is going on there? Back turned. Zello finds the shot into the CT though, and with no time on the clock, he plays it perfectly. Tucks himself in the corner, finds the kill. Oh, and the boost actually timed quite nicely. Mackie only good for one though. Launix and Ragger take care of him, but they're starting to second guess it. Aduzo staying over towards B. Are they actually trying to go for a B ramp right now? Oh my goodness, what is this? Holmes doubles down, and all of a sudden Gigod somewhat evens the playing field right now. Rene with the headshot though. That was huge. If he loses that fight, it's now creeping up from short. They have no information on him. Takes the fight with the man on site. Doesn't know the seconds in graveyard. And Rene actually plays it quite well. Baits his teammate, but I played it twice. A 16-7 win and a 16-7 loss. Both of which, though, against lower caliber opponents. Fair bit of damage done here, actually. Bearing in mind this was just a half buy. The entirety of this one, they've been fully focused on Banana. But if timing doesn't bless him, and the angle doesn't bless him either. His teammate's been caught out. He's probably quite frustrated right now. HiGHLiGHTS on the site on his own, only with a 5-7. I counted him out of this, but he's actually found himself the first. And they think he's dropped off the box. What a mistake to make. And it's all fallen away. An eco round. Marten have been on a buy here regardless, but now they're on a buy. They've got extra money, and really, they're not up against much. Zello, big opening, instantly traded though. LOUNEX able to pick up the AK, but his position now known, because not only is the AK just disappeared from the floor, but he's also reloaded. Lets his teammate die as he tucks himself in the corner to reload, but trades it, so all's well. 3v3, coming up short. No utility, though, except for that flash, and the flash put to good use. Perfect use, in fact, as LOUNEX. Teammate that can boost you. Definitely something you can use. Just perfect. Another interesting off angle from Mackie as they peek. It works nicely. 2 kills found. Nexus looking to try and pick up the pieces. Rene, big whiff though. And oh my goodness, what is Zello doing? He just runs out with no gun. Luckily, he's not punished for it, but he does only trade 1-for-1. On the angle, fires off the shot. BTN needed to find the kill there, but as he pokes out, finds the first. Continues to jiggle, and HiGHLiGHTS doesn't even pull the trigger. BTN plays it. That's a big job. Nexus actually called a timeout at the start of this round. I'm not sure if it was their 3rd or 4th. I think it might have been their 4th. Which means they've got none left. Raga, needs to be aware that there could be another man in apartments there. Punished by it, but now they've got the sound cues. Marten are making so much noise in apps, they know exactly what's up. BTN, I don't know, peaks that a little. The util continuing. Now, the smoke's deployed. They've run out. Oh, the shots through the smoke as well. LOUNEX, nothing he can really do. They've discovered that Zello's in pit, and they're going to try and swarm him. Tagged down to 22 HP. Needs to take the fight. Swings really wide there. And in a 2 versus 1, X-ray vision maybe. HiGHLiGHTS. Smokes off pit, gives away his position, stays alive, but now vulnerable. Trades elsewhere, swings out and finds the kill though. The MP9 does the damage, but BTN's there to support. Are they going to expect Mackie in this corner? The first certainly doesn't, but it's Rene. He's low HP, he's expendable. BTN though needs to find this kill. And as Mackie jiggles, his arm spotted, he's tagged down low, goes for the wide swing, and he had to hit it. When you then factor in the fact that they've not got much health between them either, it becomes complicated. The crossfire's perfect. Taduzo was fully flashed there. He should have been killed, but his teammate Holmes is just such a rock that you couldn't rely on in those situations. Zello now 1-on-4. Does know that Holmes is on the other side of things. He gets team flashed. Oh no! That's a free. Nexus have got that advantage right now. Molly goes down towards Ruins. Not going to do too much just yet. And as he peeks out, HiGHLiGHTS takes care of him. We're going to overtime. 3 points of contact. And they're ready. Look at that. HiGHLiGHTS perfect up from the balcony. Now his position's known, but as they try to peek into him to help and trade, they're going to fall like flies. Nexus continue to press onto this site. They think that the only 2 players are the 2 that they know about, but Mackie is there. The mysterious not quite enough to like go for an AWP, especially when you go for the double AWP setups and things like that in all of the rounds. But this A site defense is just rock solid. Nexus try and break it again. He's let one cross. He knows there's a man library. Holmes just doesn't have to peek though. Zello does make his presence known. That's Holmes' cue to get out. And oh my goodness, BTN! You're kidding me! It's all turned south. Taduzo left in a clutch situation that I don't think he was expecting to be in. He was the insurance policy. The man. Volley into library. Perfectly timed, but HiGHLiGHTS tries to go for the pick. Very narrowly misses. Millimeters off of that shot. As the trades come through though, Mackie, he's just such a master of the A site. Playing on the boxes, up and down, all over the place. So difficult to anticipate. For Zello, his crosshair's been bang on him the whole time. Oh no! Oh, it all goes wrong. It all goes wrong, and Marten almost certainly take this one over the top. Raga has to line him up like whack-a-mole, and when all 3 peek you at once. It's still early stages though, and I think this is where, in these opening matches, this is where like mistakes come through and stuff, because there's not a lot on the line. It's when you get to that 2-2 mark, when elimination is around the corner, that things start to get worrying. But for Marten, they want to get this one done and dusted. Elimination's not a thought that they're even thinking right now. A big round from the side. It's surely going to be 18, and there you go. HiGHLiGHTS hits the Nexus. Where they've really been struggling is they've been contesting brackets control. Every round, they've got this crossfire going on. This time, mixed results. Does semi-work out for them, actually. They come on top of the damage. They come on top of the man advantage. But BTN swings wide and completely closes it out. 3 found. Interesting for sure. Double OT still on the cards here, though. If Nexus can pull this next round, taps go through. Zello needs to hit this head. Finally does. Rene there to follow up as well. But Gigot and Holmes take 2. And BTN, I think, has just realized his fate. 1 versus 3. He's got to clutch up. There's the first. Takes a second. He will be hailed as the king of this. The time's ticking. He's got a kit, though, so it's not too much of a problem. And he's still doing the damage. BTN finds it. The kill comes in. Eliminated. That's a big result for them. Launex swings wide. First headshot found. Big flash from BTN. But here comes the execution. And Mackie, the executioner, is able to find another headshot. Gigot trades it out as BTN finds 1 more. So the man advantage is there for the T's, but the retake hot on their heels. And 2 players very low on health. Holmes, though, holds his nerve. Big headshot found. Raga drops. And there's the second. Rene slow peeking it. He is seriously head and shoulders above everybody else, and he's carrying them behind him. This time, he can't do so. Drops instantly. BTN and Launex completely shut it down. And Marten. Out. Oh, can't connect there early. And this is where this could be turned around. If Nexus have a good CT side here, this could be over for Marten. They've fought incredibly hard, but 20 on the cards here, and if the Tech9s prevail, and they actually are. Oh my goodness, HiGHLiGHTS, what a fast shot onto BTN. Time to do this. The issue is, in his pursuit of isolating a fight before committing to the plant, the CTs come closer and closer. Right, tucked in logs. Position definitely known. He's fired off the shots. Flash comes over, though. Oh, it lands behind him. Oh, that is heartbreak. Checking it regardless, but they've kind of, throughout this entire game, been gifted this control. Zello swings wide. Doesn't quite sell a fake, but it does get the information that both players are over towards the B side of things. The defense is rock solid, though, as Mackie and Gigot take both. Despite being the only 2 players on the site, BTN does take 1 back in return. Little too far to the right, though, on the spams. He got it bang on earlier with that AWP. This time with the AK, can't seem to have the same success. As the molly goes in. Oh, Aduzo's got 1 to deploy as well. Oh, it's just perfect. Look at that. Launex. Oh my, they're all burning alive. That is rough. That is seriously rough. What a behold. That is so good. He's got an AWP, though. I thought he just had a 5-7. Oh, that is the ballsiest play ever. And he's whiffed horrifically. That is rough. Had he have found that kill, we maybe would have seen a different outcome right now. 4 versus 4. If Marten loses this round, he's going to be kicking himself. But Holmes is there on damage control. Does finish off Launex. M4 from Gigot eliminates BTN. Zello left to try and take the fight in Library. Wins it. And Rene, that's the one. 1v3. Can he pull off the magic that BTN did last time? Lots of damage dealt onto Mackie, but he can't do so. Mackie makes it 48. What a game from them. P250 in Zello's hands. BTN's kind of sacrificed everything to allow his teammate to have that P250. He deployed his util early. Now he's got nothing behind him except that Glock. Big opening kill. Holmes tagged down low as well, but he's got the head angle. He's got support from HiGHLiGHTS, but that support doesn't seem to be very good, actually. They're both fallen instantly. Headshots on both. Mackie can't manage to do much damage either, and Aduzo falls to the same fate. Marten right now, I don't think they've really got the money to deal with this. They haven't got that range, but the range negated by the fact that Launex has just bombed it through the smoke up close. Lots of damage dealt, but Rene does win the fight. Mackie can't quite fund both. But a lot of damage again. 3v3. B-bomb site difficult to retake, but not impossible. Not when Gigot is wide swinging you like that. This would be such an incredible round for them to win. BTN does take the fight with the first, though, but the timing's perfect. Swing from Gigot. Finds another. 1v1. HiGHLiGHTS low. Rene in the same boat. Falls, and HiGHLiGHTS got on the bomb just in the nick of time. The way that they're playing their T default, like, clearly isn't working. So maybe go something a little bit faster. Up the pace. Not a bad time for it, but it doesn't look like it's gone all too well for them. The trade is there from Zello. This is definitely concerning. With no steps made. Oh, Raga. Oh, you're in for a nasty surprise, my friend. He has got the information. He spotted both of them there. So. And instead, it's just a double prong retake through lower. That's rough. Zello, big spray, though. Does find the first, but oh, it's so close. Beautiful stuff. Big headshot. Medusa in return, though, finds himself too. Should be able to take Ragger as well. Perfect spray control through the tiny gap in the doors. There was no Kevlar behind them either. And a big headshot from, generally speaking, the fact that they went 10-5 down in that second half definitely shows there were holes in their defence. But they're 4-1 up here. They're looking good on Dust too. Ooh, that's spot Rene, and that's a big kill. If he doesn't have the support from Mackie there, he doesn't get that one. But Mackie's swinging wide. There's no way Rene's ready for that one. 4v4, lots of damage dealt. Further damage dealt by that HE as well. HiGHLiGHTS, that's a little audacious. There wasn't really a need for that, but he wanted to go for it. Was feeling lucky, perhaps. And luck wasn't on his side for that one. Met by 3 flashbangs, that's about it. Zalnex bombs it out. Catwalk will take the first fight. Holmes tried to without the utility. This is going to be difficult. BTN holding for the road say. It's a very messy spray, but the second's a lot cleaner. HiGHLiGHTS in the meantime has found one. GiGod with another as well, but it's not enough now. 3 versus 1. BTN will take care of him. But now it's there and you're not using the smoke. It means you're vulnerable if someone drops down and goes for the AWP shot. Doesn't seem to matter for these guys though, because they're still hitting the shots. HiGHLiGHTS with that AWP. Big kill. Mackie, despite being tagged down to 29 HP from the AWP early, still doing damage. He's found one, spots another, swings out wide, gets the kill, traded by Zello. But that's the cue to swing as he's falling down with the AWP. But they're being loud about it. And it's become very, very clear what they're going for right now. Aduzo in position. His teammate there to support. Mackie with a double. Aduzo swings off the flash and it's so perfect. The double up on both players towards the B site. You think when a mid-B split goes in like that, all 5 players bombing it through, you think those B players are screwed. You think they've got no chance, but Nexus haven't been able to kill a single one of them more. HiGHLiGHTS, oh, that's rough. The molly's missed, but now they can play around this smoke. It could work in their favour. For Holmes, that wasn't the case. If that molly had gone on site, we could have seen a very different round, but unfortunately, they've realised that HiGHLiGHTS hasn't right now, but I don't think they'll find anything. Raga really the only man close enough to do so nicely. They walk over towards B. It's the B team that are challenged again. This time it's HiGHLiGHTS instead of Aduzo, who's normally been here supporting Mackie. But to be honest, HiGHLiGHTS doing an even better job. 2 kills found. Mackie swings off the flash, but the AWP's too good. And now HiGHLiGHTS has to try and stay alive here. If he can find a kill, it's fantastic. But time is what they need, because now they don't have to go for the retake necessarily. Big kill. Other way goes to BTN, but GiGod's able to trade it. C4 tapped down. Zello with the AWP goes for the peek up in heaven. The nade hits him and GiGod's ready. Perfect angle. Zello, there's no awesome way of playing that scenario. Knew he was going to peek through the nade, then tuck to the right wall. Just superb. Zello does find that opening pick onto GiGod though. Maybe gets his revenge, but it's not as sweet as the round that he could have had. Oh, nice headshot from Rene though. This has been a much better round from Nexus. Faster stance, relying on the firepower, have the information. Mackie behind the flames, using it as perfect cover. Lots of damage dealt as he falls to T side. It has been a little bit shaky. It looks like we will see an 8-7 half, so it's not terrible, but yeah, it's definitely not the Nexus side that I'm necessarily used to seeing. We have seen some mistakes come through today. Aduzo. And of course, while it doesn't look like they've got a lot to work with, this is all that Marten could afford. Big kill from Raga. Flank comes in. That's the AWP one short gone. Zello. GiGod's going to throw a molly front side of the smoke, so we won't see a push through, but I don't necessarily think that push is needed. BTN goes through it regardless. Wants to try and take one down with him, and again, big respect for it, but it's not going to happen. Launex takes care of him. And again, as I said, a fast play towards B. A bit of a B stack in place here for Nexus. They've got 2 on site and they've got 1 on the fast rotation. And playing anti-flash going into the site hasn't blessed them all too well. They are getting up close though, and Aduzo turns it around. 2 headshots. There's no utility to clear him from behind the sandbags, so he just needs to not fight at all. They're now fully focused on him. That's it. It's pretty much round over. Launex is so concerned that GiGod's going to peek out here that he constantly has to be wary of it. Spots Holmes' head, though, and that's the only way they lose it, if Holmes lets it slip like that. Launex, with the kit, he commits to the defuse. It played perfectly, and the kill's not going to come through. That is survival. Behind the box, I don't think you can normally do that. Zello, though, with this scout, does hit the tag, and as they push through the FAMAS, I thought it would line up for both. Only the one. Mackie trades. He's been very consistent with his trades today. As the scout falls back behind the smoking CT, Rene's able to find one more, but the trade's there. Launex spraying away, finds another, and BTN once again the pincer. Iduzo now making noise, needs to be wary of tunnel, but he's not going to be. Obviously, he peaked deep tunnel there. For Marten, they haven't had too much time on it, to be honest. But both games have been wins for them, so mixed feelings about it, to be honest. Fast play over towards B, though, and Marten don't want to be thinking about map number 3 right now. They want to be thinking about map 2 and winning it, so that they can close out this series in a quick fashion. Holmes tucks into CT just in the nick of time, though, but it looks like he should still be taken care of, and he is. I quite like this save from them as well. Bear in mind, Rene didn't have any money, nor did BTN. Molly goes deep. That's going to clear the close angles. Should confirm that Rene's the man there. Zello, though, rotates swiftly with the AWP. The flashes are good, and Zello's arrived to the party, and it's perfect. He got able to take care of one, but Zello's still alive, and kick in a perfect flash from BTN. Zello finally Marten out of this. The retake wouldn't be viable if they weren't 2 men ahead, but with a big whiff like that from Iduzo, I think it's round over. Big swing, hopes for something magical, and it's not going to happen. Zello cues this should be a free kill for Marten. Zello, though, there on the cross. Nice kill from him. BTN drops in the meantime onto the site. He'll go for an aggressive fight. Lucky to still be alive here, but as Rene drops on the cross, Ragga is good for one before he's done, and Zello has to get out of there and save. Knowing they only need one more win to qualify, kind of pops to mind when I think of players like that. Ooh, nice opening kill from Rene. Molly's come in, Ragga with a big shot on the cross, and he's just picking them off as they run down catwalk. Mackie does find one. And that'll probably be it for him. Another head pokes up. He might be able to take care of BTN, and he does. But such low health, nowhere else to go. Down just in the nick of time as well before they go for the push. But it looks like they're just going to funnel through it. Rene backside spraying away. He only able to do damage. Doesn't even find himself a kill. It's Zello again. The master defender of this B bomb site. This time only finds himself one before he drops. Now these Tech 9s need to make sure they don't get too aggressive. Iduzo caught trying to get a better position, trying to get into backside. They are going to go for this retake, of course. Ragga's AWP surely can't have much of an impact within it, though. Bearing in mind these Tech 9s are playing up close. They're trying to take these close angles. The fight comes in, and look at that. It's perfect. If HiGHLiGHTS had allowed his teammate to stay alive in that scenario as well, it would have made all the difference. As the bomb's tapped, HiGHLiGHTS has to pressure in, and it's so unfortunate. It's so unfortunate. Launex early molly down. Holmes only down to that Mac 10, but we've seen him run this quite a few times. Goes for that entry, gets the information. There's the trade. Zello does take 2 with him. Unfortunately, Mackie not in the equation. Oh, this is rough. Really awkward boost. Oh, it costs them. That is heartbreak at its finest. That's so well played from Marten as well, capitalizing upon that. Rene's on 0, Ragga's on 0. I don't think they've got a loss bonus. In fact, they haven't got any loss bonus at all. It's still trying to play an angle like that. Thinks the smoke gives him cover, and it just doesn't. Launex coming in from lower. Does find an all-important. Now they go for the retake, but there's 2 MP9s. They're trying to play at range. The flash is good, and Rene puts that MP9 to good use as well. Might be able to give it to the player with more health, and BTN's having a good game, so why not? Big jump from Ragga. Not sure what he was trying to achieve there. Maybe just a distraction. Maybe go for a crazy shot. Doesn't connect either. Doesn't really act as much of a distraction either as he drops 2. HiGHLiGHTS doubles down with both, and Marten tied up. Marten playing for 14. HiGHLiGHTS spotted them. All coming up mid. And it looks like it's just going to be clean-up duty. Mackie, 4 kills. Let him have the ace. Even though it's only against an eco for HLTV. No, looking like they're about to make the magical happen. Oh my goodness, that's rough though. Just as I say it, it's like I've cursed them. A team kill, and then everything goes south. A flawless round from Nexus to make it 14-14. And the flashes are even better as well. HiGHLiGHTS should have just been able to take care of him there if he wasn't fully blinded. But oh my goodness, Euo strips the head from Zello. Launex now called upon, doubles up for 2, makes it 3. If Launex doesn't have play there, then it's round over. It's game over for them. but going so huge. And as Rene peeks out, there's another. The A site could crumble, and oh no, he's fallen off. He has to try and fall back. He manages to slip away and doesn't take a lot of damage in the process either. Tucked behind the box. Now it's a firing range. Only the head pokes out, but Mackie already down from behind. Such a messy round. It's a bloodbath, and Zello finishes it with a no-scope. A headshot through the smoke. Sealed, and the rotation can start to come through. Heavy defense here towards the B bombs. That they just need to hit the shots. Oh no, it all falls apart. Launix, 2 big kills entering on, and Mackie now has to try and pick up the pieces. Big headshot onto BTN. Reloads the 2 bullets just in case he needs them later. 4 versus 3, still very winnable. The issue is for him is that no one from Nexus is facing. The flash might bait someone out, and there you go. HiGHLiGHTS able to trade. Still the numbers favouring Nexus though, and they should favour them further as we get deeper in, and Holmes only good for 1. There's definitely been cause for concern when it comes to their early game. Right now, though, they're looking a lot better. BTM finding that opening kill. And Eco with a little bit of flair, a little bit of jazz. Launix taking care of HiGHLiGHTS, though, means that Mackie on the site has to time the swing, and a beautiful flash from Holmes actually allows him to find a freebie. The AK not retrievable. And as Rene gets up close, Mackie, oh my goodness, no way does this fall away from them. I thought this was in the bag. I was saying that their early game's been shaky. Ragga, surely no way. No chance, he's walking straight into a crossfire. And there you go, HiGHLiGHTS takes care of him. What a ridiculous... Doesn't quite find anything. Very narrowly misses. Launix on the other side of things, though, able to swarm right through. But actually, right now, it's almost like the sides have flipped. There are more M4s on the T side right now than there are on the defense. It's the AK-47s that were retrieved from the last, and that AWP on HiGHLiGHTS that they're working with. It'd be bizarre if they actually let this one slip. HiGHLiGHTS, that is rough. That was a very routine AWP shot that he's whiffed. Maybe nerves coming into play a little bit. Maybe just a good old-fashioned miss. Holmes with a big double headshot, though. That was clean. But am I confident he can clutch a 1v3? Not massively. Spots out the first, takes a lot of damage, but does find the kill. Now his position is no, surely not. Launix pre-fires it, and Nexus make it 3. That'd have been big if he'd hit that. Wasn't as easy as the one that he missed prior, but would have been a big kill for him to find. Either way, the aggressive team towards B are doing some huge damage. Mackie with a triple. He's finally going to drop. Launix takes care of him. Rene from behind should be able to take care of the other as well. And it's somewhat recovered. In the corner, here's the man coming towards the doors. Absolutely has to hit this shot, and he does. Doesn't miss those ones. Spots another. Rene. Oh, that was crisp. 35-second kills him. Then it's kind of round over. Taps the bomb. Knows he's got time. Baits out the swing from Holmes. Big kill found. Know that HiGHLiGHTS coming in from that position. HiGHLiGHTS so ready for this. Pre-aiming the angle, but Rene finds the headshot. What a hell of a clutch. Which is not what they want. We haven't had a scoreline like this so far this map. Big opening kill from HiGHLiGHTS, though, despite the fact that he was blinded. Spams away and finds it. Trades there. But HiGHLiGHTS actually takes one more down with him just before he falls. Ragga's going to be kicking himself. HiGHLiGHTS forced out by the molly. The flanks coming in. Marten. Oh, look at this. HiGHLiGHTS. He's spamming clearly far too close to the box, but either way, spots out the Nexus, the buy that they've been saving for. Rene owned down to the Galil, which is a bit of a shame, but it doesn't matter. Mackie through the smoke, spams away for both. Holmes there to support, and Zello, well, he does find one back in response, so I don't think he'll be able to do too much with this. A 1 versus 4 situation. Does take one, does lots of damage on this. Could be the difference maker. As soon as the duo takes contact, they're not going to be expecting a second man here, but if his back's turned, then they will. Oh, HiGHLiGHTS times it perfectly, though, on the swing, and oh, it's just perfect. 2 apiece. It doesn't get much better than that. Nexus caught with their pants down there. No idea what was going on there. That is such a good round. Such a nice bit of initiative as well on that defense to say, right, we're on this A site, we're a little bit vulnerable right now. We've lost. As the molly goes in, Mackie looks like he'll finally be weeded out of that corner. Holmes, good for 1, but without his supporting man on the crossfire, there's not a lot more he can do. Man advantage in Nexus's favour. Make it 2 as Rene. That is a fast headshot. They know exactly where Duo is. They should be able to take care of him. Oh my goodness. Jiggle peek from the headshot. Alrighty. And HiGHLiGHTS tries to make the heroic play happen, but Zell as well. No longer the max loss bonus on the Nexus side, and oh my goodness, what are they doing? You can't just walk, like, Mackie's played this position several times on this CT side. in that right-hand side of walk through a smoke like that, especially without a flash, without even a molly going in on that right side. Just throws the round away. GiGHLiGHTS with a big kill there. Rag are able to trade it, but as soon as they have the information, even close there, but millimeters away. I'm not even sure how that first one didn't hit, and unfortunately, when it actually comes down to taking the duel, he misses it. So close, but doesn't connect. 4 versus 3. GiGHLiGHTS brings it back level, but Launex finds one elsewhere, and GiGHLiGHTS can't double up. Can't take care of the flank. Holmes, it's the final round of the half. There's nothing for him to save. He is going to go for this. The 3 versus 1, definitely winnable with Launex on low HP. Ragga doesn't do any damage as he takes the first fight. Does get the information, though. That's key. Now they know Holmes' position. And if he pops his nade in, it could be perfect. Launex, oh, see you later, buddy. And now it all falls onto Rene. If Holmes can pull off his 1-on-3, it'd be huge, but the timing, oh, it's so unfortunate. Looks the wrong way. Knows just how much pressure is on him right now to deliver, because he has been absolutely nuts. The Julies, oh my goodness, it's cowboy mode activated for Zello as he finds himself too, despite the fact that there are tons of bullets. Oh my goodness, that was so awkward. Alrighty. The duo does find himself the kill eventually, but that was an awkward one. Redeems himself with a crispy 1 tap onto BTN, the USP. Really nice. Ragga, oh my. Longer one. Taps the bomb, works around. A duo faces, and he's just a little too wide. Smoke, can't find the kill. A duo somehow still alive. And that C4 is going to be tapped down just in the corner. Should be committed. There we go. Just about goes down. A duo. The Guardian Angel saves his teammate from falling there. Holmes tucked in the corner. I'm not sure if they saw him cross. No, they didn't. All right. I thought they did, but maybe not. Tucked in the corner. The beat comes in. There's the first kill. Does take some damage. Swings wide for the second. Only the Mat 10, unfortunately, though. If it was an AK and that's a map and you're just not really hitting your AWP shots, it can sometimes be really hard to, like, accept that and just not buy an AWP at all. Just buying myself a rifle here on this T side. Play a supporting role rather than playing that sniper. Not a bad opening from Rene. A duo does manage to trade it out, but Rag is there to respond. GiGHLiGHTS falls as well. And it's kind of going crazy. That's going to go down, though. Mackey's going to tap in those digits. By the fact that they've not spotted anything on site, anything towards CT, they should be expecting this flank. They won't, though. But HiGHLiGHTS there to respond. Launex drops. And oh, it's just so close. Ragga taps it, gets to put it on its stand. Big opening kill from Launex. 5 versus 4. Instantly traded, though. Mackey still having a big impact. Now remember, not yet, at least. Ragga. Flash comes in. There's the swing from Zello. Big kill on the close player. They should know that one's boosted, or at least they should somewhat anticipate it. It's a 4v4, A-site retake. There's always someone lingering there as they find all the other kills. HiGHLiGHTS trying to play the trigger discipline. Does find one second kill through. As he gets taken too much money. The duo only on that Galil. And they haven't got the money for the offensive util. And as they swarm into the B-bomb site, they're just completely shut down. Well, so definitely a man that he could take care of potentially, but not when Rene's spamming through the wall like that. How can you base for these guys? And you've kind of been blessed with, as I kept saying earlier, like this core of players that have just been so loyal to the organization and the Romanian scene. Rene, can't quite connect there. So much damage has been dealt this round, but no kills for Nexus thus far. A duo on the flank. Oh, the timing is rough there for Launex. He was actually watching it for so long. Just as he turns away, that's when it comes through. Again, Ragga. Oh, no. Time and time again this round, they've just been caught out looking the wrong way. You even tagged GiGHLiGHTS down to 1 HP. The trade does come through from BTN, of course, but oh, duo. Oh my goodness. This is what I mean. This is what Marten definitely can just pull it back if they're hitting shots like that. 2 big kills. Traded by Ragga, though. Spotted the foot. Did he spot the foot? I think he did. Either way. What's the most important right now is getting that kill. Can't stop the plant, but gets the kill regardless before GiGHLiGHTS can really get up and get his gun out. Mackey, it's such an important clutch, and he just can't find it. In this tournament and beyond. Mackey, big opening kill onto Rene. There's one from HiGHLiGHTS as well. 2-man advantage. Marten looking to make this 11. And if they do, Nexus will have no money again. We could see 14-12 before the next buy comes out. Ragga trying to make that an impossibility. as he takes the kills, does so much damage and does enough that Zello can line him up. Comes in from the side, 3 sprayed away, and Mackie, the man that you'd want in a clutch scenario like this, is the last alive. On the flank, Zello drops, can't make it 4. Mackie now in the 1-on-1. Last time couldn't clutch it up, this time he can. Marten make it 11. Aggress through the doors into T-spawn or anything like that, but they've now got masses of control, they've got brilliant positioning. The sun really blesses Rene there. He gets the advantage in that duel all day long. He's able to slip away before he's challenged by the second as well. BTN with 1 more. The peak comes through. Ijuzo gets the timing nicely. Nexus is going to attack himself in this corner. Will he fall back? He's holding it. He's definitely not expecting both, though. And that's a really nice configuration. Back into the map series point. Very, very important stuff. Molly goes in, forces back the defense. BTN's there to find the first, though. And then, oh, it just can't trade. HiGHLiGHTS narrowly misses, and he knows that he can't double dip. They know exactly where he is, and all eyes are on his position. He's relying on a duo to find that first, and he does. Big opening kill. Nade goes down. Zello tagged up. HiGHLiGHTS swings wide, goes for the 1-for-1 and takes it. And a duo with 10 seconds left, 14 HP. Needs to try and win this fight, and oh my goodness, the timing. I'm not sure if he detects to stay alive in this one. The elbow spotted, but the flashbang perfect. Launix just needs to line him up, and he's there for 1. Rene there to support him as well. Instead wants to play it safe. They've got the man advantage. They're playing for the retake, and he doesn't need to be the first to die. Instead, he waits for them to aggress into his position, and he finds 1. So much damage done onto the other 2. It's surely game over at this stage. 15-13, and I think this is the end of the road here for Marten. Both players so low on health, but oh no, it's all gone south. Rene drops, Raga spots out the arm, swings wide. It's a very doable clutch for him. He's got the kid as well as he taps the bomb. Surely Holmes swings this. No, he calls his bluff. Has to swing it now, and he hits the headshot. Holmes, oh my goodness. The issue is that with only him surviving, there's not a lot of money in the tank, and they've got to come in with Mac 10s, but it seems to be working, pressuring through. The Mac 10s prevail. The CT side, they just can't defend with it, and HiGHLiGHTS from the backside should be able to take BTN, and instead he whiffs. Oh no, BTN doubles up. It shouldn't make a lot of difference. It's still all on to Rene in the 1-on-3 here. But if Rene clutches this, I can't help but feel that HiGHLiGHTS going to be kicking himself. He doesn't know. GiGHLiGHTS takes care of him. We're going to overtime. Flicks down, narrowly misses. I like the initiative on the boost, but it doesn't connect. And they're playing like a really passive defense on this B site. They have been previously. It was working earlier. Now, Marten seems to have a bit of a grasp on it. The issue is that the bomb hasn't crossed yet, and the AWP's on the angle. Zello takes care of 1. That's GiGHLiGHTS, but now the bomb site's been held, and Raga can pounce. I'm very surprised that Holmes anticipated that and actually spun around before the shot came through. But either way, it connects. Holmes, oh my goodness, not again, surely. Doubling down, triples on the 3rd. Holmes, you absolute demon. Using that scenario. Holmes didn't even have the bomb as well. He had to pick it up. Getting too audacious. Facing 1 by 1. And it's costing them particular damage. They know he's in this position. Instead, Holmes is going to try and jump and try and bait out the shot for him, but HiGHLiGHTS just missing. This has been a horrendous game for him. Oh my goodness, so many key shots that have been missed. And there you go. Taken care of through the smoke. This should have been a round that had so much more equity for Marten. Instead, it leaves the duo in a 1 versus 3, and there's not a lot he can do. The issue is the time on this clock. Nexus haven't really moved the muscle. They're still playing this 2-2 setup with BTN finding 1 over towards A. It's now 4 versus 2 on the B side of things, but there's not a lot of time. 30 seconds on the clock. The crossfire is perfect, and no one from Marten. Teams will be on the edge. Both teams will have no margin for error. And a duo forced out by the molly. That's a brilliant play there from Rene. Turns the flash, goes behind GiGHLiGHTS, pre-fires the corner, perfect stuff, big kill found. Down the corner on the peak, GiGHLiGHTS, timing's perfect, spots out the barrel of the AWP, and Zello, he's really drawn the short straw there. He's seen BTN cross, he thinks it's safe, and it's not the case. He does eventually drop playing from. Does know where Holmes is though, he just reloaded and jumped, so definitely gives away his position. Rene teases the idea that last man could feed towards Donut, he's right, but it's Mackie. Last presence towards mid again, a duo. I quite like this. Dancing around the smoke as he's flashed. He kind of tucks behind it. Oh, they're kissing each other, pretty much. Alex could have headbutted him. God misses his shot as well. That's rough as the nade bounces in. He knows it. He knows it. Tries to jump out the way, but it's not going to happen. The nade takes care of him. 2-man advantage. Make it 3 as Holmes drops. 4 as Launex finds another. And there you go. Finishes off the job just like that. HiGHLiGHTS. Either way. 17-18. Nexus on map and series points. Try and close this one out. Raga with a big opening onto Holmes. Checking in the smoke. The molly lands right in it. Somehow takes some weird damage from the molly, even though it was extinguished. They let it slip right now. The man advantage. They've cut it. They've just left it too late. They've left it completely too late. What is going on right now? Alrighty. Well, regards to OT, folks. I don't really get what that's pushing right through. Pressured down by the M4. A duo. Could have been a kill for him, unfortunately. HiGHLiGHTS. Perfect bit of aggression. Brilliant flank as well. Pulls the trigger. Wants to secure that man advantage. Could have maybe done more had he have waited. Zello, though, now watching the backside. Mackie with 1. Zello doubling up. Brings the man advantage their way as the smoke starts to fade. Rene wins the fight. HiGHLiGHTS, a bit of a whiff there. If he'd have won that duel, it'd be 2v1 in their favour. The C4 still yet to go down, though. And Holmes is called upon for another clutch. Knows that Raga's behind the sides, but Raga too quick to the shot. 19-18. But the duo's done a lot of damage. Maybe he doesn't know it. I think he probably would have heard the ding sound, though. Either way, the aggression from Mackie's perfect. Takes down Launex and Rene. They're 2 full HP players as well. Raga's still low and vulnerable. The duo almost certainly wins this fight. Are they going to flash through, though? If Raga just walks in without a flashbang, it's suicide. And there you go. He falls. BTN makes the same mistake. Walks right around the corner trying to trade. And he falls to the same fate. Zello will be able to trade it out eventually, but it's kind of too little too late. He's not actually trying to commit to any kind of bomb site. Mackie's very aware that he's over towards this left-hand side. And there you go. Kill comes through. 43. Only been playing CS for a couple of years. He's fairly new to the scene from Croatia, and he's just unreal. Again, a double kill. He's just infinite, but when he's finding the big openings like that, that's where it goes the other way. BTN, ooh, does find it. All right, he saw the backside, didn't pull the trigger. I quite liked the discipline on that. I was worried that he wasn't going to win the fight at the end of it, though, as his teammates have dropped any longer. The bomb not in his control. Mackie on the angle. Should be his 3rd of the round. It's actually his 4th of the round, sorry. Zello, he's just holding for the boost right now. A boost or a jump spot. If anyone tries it, he should be able to tear their head off. And there you go. HiGHLiGHTS comes in. On the angle. Lots of damage dealt. The swing comes through. He does take Rene 1 for 1. Not too bad. It's still the man advantage for Nexus, though. With 26 seconds on this clock. Marten needs to get a wiggle on. The issue is they've blitzed onto the A side, but they don't have control of it. They haven't cleared that back room. That's where Raga's lingering. C4 will go down, though, and in the head angle, HiGHLiGHTS plays it absolutely beautifully. Knowing he's against an AWP, plays that very well. Molly comes in a tad premature, gets extinguished by the smoke, so won't really slow them down. Launex on the other side of this smoke reads that like a book. And Mackie now left in the 1-on-3. If he pulls this off, then this man deserves a medal as he pokes up, finds 1, almost a second, but can't take it. As we go 20 to... Holmes, oh, that's rough. Big trade from Mackie, though. Doubles down as well. 50 bomb now hit. Can't make it 51 as Zello. Was that a collab? I think it was. Perfect, I don't know, but it could be anticipated. HiGHLiGHTS with the flash, but oh my goodness, he's in front of it. The flash lands behind. A duo connects the shot, but I don't think he's got time. Zello's definitely seen him, though. Either way, he's heard it. Flash over the top doesn't blind him, and Zello, what a flick! Oh my goodness. Nexus. They've got that morale, they've got that momentum behind them right now after that big round. Oh no, Launex. Caught out by HiGHLiGHTS. In a fantastic position as that smoke fades. He's going to be a big player, but Raga takes down a duo. And as Rene gets spammed away, oh, it's all going south for Nexus way around. They do know he's there. He hasn't crossed since planting the bomb. As he swings wide, he takes 1. BTN's there for the trade. Zello's still alive and kicking. But the bomb's in such a precarious position as the flash goes forward. BTN tries to aggress. Zello takes 1, but there's no way he can take both. There's no time on this C4. We're going to triple overtime, folks, as Marten stay alive. HiGHLiGHTS even finishes off. Big aggression from Rene, though. Only the 1 for 1. We've seen that kind of push a fair few times. Maybe shouldn't be too much of a problem. BTN's aggression could be, though, but what are those reactions? I think that's one of those moments where he's looked up at the minimap or something. We need that eye tracking technology. See exactly what went wrong there. Raga, bing the foot. The nade finishes him off. That's smart from Raga. I like that a lot. Or smoke off the bomb. And apply some pressure here. Orp from Mackie though, swings wide, takes the first. His position now known. The flash will go in, but I don't think it's going to do all too much. Zello just trying to commit to the defuse. The spams are a little messy. In like sardines. HiGHLiGHTS absolutely demolishes them, and Zello's headshot does even further. On the angle, Molly goes down just as that smoke fades. It's going to force him right out. What a shot as well. Oh, that is crisp. Launix on an off angle. It's perfect. Mackie will get that bomb tapped, but not actually fully planted. On the AWP, posted on the angle. Oh, spots the shoulder. Hello. Ding dong. There we go. See you later, Zello. 5v4. Lots of damage on this CT side, but to be fair, a fair amount in response as well. HiGHLiGHTS gets taken down by Ragga. Brings us back. Good read on the situation as the cross comes in. No one's expecting Ragga to be holding from so far back, and that's the power that's on this A-bomb site. You can hold it from the CT spawn, and they can't cross without dealing with you, without smoking it. And Ragga is the catalyst. Doesn't do all too much. Mackie's had some big plays from this position previously. Can he do it again? There's the first. Zello. Launix will be the first to take contact here over towards the B-bomb site, and the contact is actually him just burning in the flames. Very well placed Molotov there from HiGHLiGHTS, and very well timed as well. Ragga gets one back. It's actually a perfect trade, but Holmes there to deliver the damage. Big swing, big kill, two-man advantage. BTN fully flashed. He wants to support from behind, but I think Ragga's flashbang actually caused him the complications there. Grabs the C4, will be able to tap it down. No nades to force him out, but instead they'll just pressure him, and it's perfect. The duo takes one. You get like bonus content. This was like additional footage. Big kills in mid. Brings us back into a 3-on-3. He's managed to drop the bomb really far back, but they're aware of his position. Tucked behind the box. There's kind of nowhere else he'd be in that scenario. This 24. HiGHLiGHTS though spots the head. Hits the shoulder. There you go. See you later, Rene. Back into a 2-on-2. Flashbang over. Launix with a quick headshot though. And Zello taking the second 24. Big flash. He has to fall away. Bomb site potentially lost here as Gigod drops a duo over towards Donut. Smoked off. Knows there's nothing he can do to defend it. HiGHLiGHTS wants to get involved with the AWP, but he's mollied away. C4 is going to go down. Mackie on a very late flank. HiGHLiGHTS does take Ragga, who's getting aggressive though. Back into the 4-on-4. Could find another here. The cross though is just too slow. Mackie takes one in mid, but he's miles away from the action. A man advantage. But he's only just joining the party. Zello on the cross. Needs to hit this shot as the push comes through. Launix drops. BTN takes the headshot. Zello with another. Duo takes one. Brings it back into a 2-on-2. They don't have a lot of time. A big whip on the AWP shot from Zello. But he's still alive. BTN just needs to hold this for a couple of seconds longer and he can't. Mackie covering game. Young Ninjas versus K23. Went to like 85 rounds or something ridiculous. I thought I had it then. Made 3 early kills. HiGHLiGHTS, big headshot as well. BTN drops and he got able to take care of him though. 25 mid once again, this time getting super aggressive. Ragga ready to try and bite back, and oh my goodness, that's a snappy headshot. In response, Rene's able to trade it back though. Bounced off with a brick and kind of went up and then down again. That's such a bizarre pop flash. 1-for-1 trades happening once again, favouring Nexus though. Needs to make a big play. I think he's just spotted the barrel, and there's the pre-fire. Free stuff for him. It's free real estate. This time his head's poking over, though. Needs to be careful, and oh my goodness, the head angle works wonders for him. This could be it for Marten if they can close out this one. Zello, he'd sat in the smoke for so long. You see a player hit a 60 bomb in a map. You know, 60 kills is normally good for a series, let alone a single map, and right now the man's hit it. 61 to his name as he takes 2 before he falls through the smoke, bringing the numbers back to even. You can always rely on Mackie for plays like that. When you're a man down in an integral moment, he doubles up, goes 2 for 1. HiGHLiGHTS, big whiff from him though. Loses out on the fight. Holmes trades it. 2 versus 2, and oh my goodness, Holmes, what the hell was that? Ridiculous. A big impact play. Oh, they anticipate it though. I'm not sure if they heard the scope. They might have. But Ragga hitting shots like there's no tomorrow. 2 kills in a scenario like that. I'd expect him to be planted yet. But the fact that they haven't planted it while the smokes are still down makes me think that either they want to find more kills before doing so. How many kills is good?
Everyone's on 40 bombs because we're 50 rounds into the game. Holmes with a big headshot. This is where the big impacts come in. That extended break seems to have given him a new burst of energy. Flash over the top, 2 versus 2. This is for the game for Marten, but they can't connect the shot. Mackie through. Maybe the same outcome occurs. Oh, the shot through the smoke doesn't connect though. And there it is. Nexus, they make it 25. That was close side of things. BTN has to fall right back as well. And 5v5 retake. 5v4 now as Mackie finds one. Fragger, if he peeks into it, could be in trouble. Smokes go down though, and with the smoke on the bomb, this could be the difference maker. Mackie finding another though. They're just going for the defuse. The spam's come through. Mackie takes care of it. No one else but him that could do it. And BTN and Rene make it happen. Mackie spamming away. Is it an ace to finish? Yes, it is. Mackie, 5 kills in the final.